18 days ago, Chinese troops attacked Indian soldiers in the Galwan Valley. 20 Indian soldiers were killed in action. China promised to de-escalate, only to betray India again. More than 2 weeks later, the standoff has not ended. There have been multiple rounds of talks, stretching 11 hours at a time, but no breakthrough. At a time like this, in a situation as precarious as this, most leaders shy away from making any statement, especially democratically elected leaders. Lending your face to a military crisis is a very risky game in democracies. But India's Prime Minister chose to do it today. He landed in Ladakh and without naming China, he sent a clear message to it. The Prime Minister went to a military base. This was close to the site of the June 15th clash. This is Nimu. It's close to Leh. And at 11,000 feet, this base holds great strategic value for India. This was an unannounced visit. Prime Minister Modi was accompanied by India's military leadership, Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat and the Indian Army Chief General M.M. Naravane. Soldiers from the Army, the Air Force, the Indo-Tibetan Border Police and the Border Roads Organisation were present. Today's visit sent out several messages. First of all, a clear signal to China that India will not back down. Prime Minister Modi went to Ladakh following a massive Indian army build-up in Ladakh. And the signal is very clear. India is ready and prepared to take on any threat. The Prime Minister had a stern warning for China.
विस्तारवाद का युग समाप्त हो चुका है. ये युग विकासवाद का है. तेजी से बदलते हुए समय में विकासवाद ही प्रासंगिक है. विस्तारवाद की जीत जब किसी पर सवार हुई है, उसने हमेशा विश्व शांति के सामने खतरा पैदा किया है. और साथियों, ये न भूले, इतिहास गवाह है कि ऐसी ताकतें मिट गई हैं या मुड़ने के लिए मजबूर हो गई है.
This is his style. Last year at the United Nations General Assembly, Modi spoke to Pakistan without naming it. Today in Ladakh, he said all he wanted to China without naming it. Then he rallied India's troops. He hailed India's military power. He applauded the bravery of the soldiers killed in action.
दुनिया ने आपका अदम्य साहस देखा है, जाना है. आपकी शौर्य गाथाएं घर घर में गूंज रही है. और भारत माता के दुश्मनों ने आपकी फायर हुई देखी है और आपकी फ्यूरी भी. हर आक्रमण के बाद भारत और सशक्त होकर उभरा है. देश के वीर सपूतों ने गलवान घाटी में जो अदम्य साहस दिखाया, वो पराक्रम की पराकाष्ठा है.
That wasn't all. The Indian Prime Minister also paid a visit to the injured soldiers, those who were injured in the clashes on the 15th of June. He reminded the world of India's military strength. Yet again, there was a message for China.
दुनिया की किसी भी ताकत के सामने न कभी झुके हैं, न कभी झुकेंगे. जो वीर हमें छोड़ के चले गए हैं, वे भी ऐसे ही नहीं है. आप सबने मिलकर के करारा जवाब भी दिया. शायद आप घायल है, अस्पताल में है, इसलिए शायद आपको अंदाजा नहीं आता होगा. लेकिन 130 करोड़ देशवासी आपके प्रति बहुत ही गौरव अनुभव
After today's events, one thing is very clear. The China standoff won't end in a hurry, and the Prime Minister has decided to take it head on. The anodyne proclamations of trust and friendship have been done away with. Unlike the duplicitous Chinese who talk friendship and then open fire, India is saying it clearly. In China, the top leadership, the members of the Communist Party, remain perched in Beijing, thousands of kilometers away from the border. On the ground, it's the generals who are in charge. Beijing rules and orders from afar. In India, the Prime Minister's visit signals that he is willing to take a more hands-on approach. He is making the fight against China a personal one, you could say. After India banned 59 Chinese apps, the Indian Prime Minister exited Chinese social media. He deleted his accounts. He led by example, and today he was at the front line, the first by an Indian Prime Minister, the first such visit in more than 3 decades. So how did China respond to this? It was caught by surprise. Zhao Lijian, the leader of China's wolf warrior diplomats, was at a loss for words. He is the face of the daily briefings of China's foreign ministry. He does not miss an opportunity to pick a fight. But today, when he was asked about India, he switched to a flaccid diplomatic tone. He hoped that India would meet China halfway.
We hope that the Indian side will meet China halfway and earnestly follow important consensus reached by the two heads of the state and strictly abide by agreements and treaties signed by the two governments and strengthen communication and coordination on properly handling the border situation through existing military and diplomatic channels so as to maintain peace and tranquility on the border area between the two countries.
The standoff against China is not ending soon, but Prime Minister Modi's visit today shows that India is ready to dig in for a long haul.